Hey guys, it's Kaylee. We're going to be doing something a little bit different on my channel here today. I am going to show you how to create this fuller coverage, darker makeup look. Since this is more glam and dramatic, I thought it looked best with the hair up. So I'm also going to show you guys how to get this really pretty braided bun near the end of the video after this tutorial. Always want to start off by priming your eyelids. I use the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer in light medium. The palette that I used for the eyeshadows today is the Cover Shot Eye Palette in Ablaze from Smashbox. This palette from the collection has been at the top of my list of palettes that I just feel like I really need to use. This was my first time ever using it. First thing you want to do for this look is blend that gold eyeshadow through the crease, then blend the shadow right next to it through the crease, which is a little bit more of a warmer, medium tone kind of terracotta brown. Then on the lid, apply that purpley shade as heavy as you can get it. I really made sure to pack this on just so I can get like a nice depth of color there on the eyelids, and then I blended it through with a clean blending brush. I'm packing this shade on from the very outer to inner corners of the eyelid, and then I'm bringing it up past my natural crease. Since this look is so colorful, I definitely need to just stress to you guys that when you're blending this color out, definitely use a clean blending brush for this so you're not adding any other random colors that happen to be on your brush to this eye look. Since I did make my eyeshadow go up further than I usually do, past my actual crease, I wanted to create a new crease. So it's basically a cut crease kind of look. And if you want to do this, you're going to take the darkest shadow from this palette, it's just a dark matte cocoa brown, put it in the new crease area, just draw a line right above your natural crease, and then take a buffing brush and blend the crap out of it. Like, I sat there for a few minutes just kind of like blending away till it basically looks like a new crease. With cut crease looks, you can either make it more obvious, like don't blend out the line too much, but for me, I wanted something that was softer and more smoky, so that's why I took so much time to make sure that it was nice and blended. Now you want to pack on with a flat shader brush this dusty, shimmery rose shade only on the center of the eyelid, and make sure you are also bringing it all the way up to the very edge of that new crease. I did an extreme winged eyeliner for this look, all the way from the inner to outer corner, and I used the Tarte Double Take eyeliner to do this, specifically because I know that this one is very dark. It's very black, and I wanted to have a nice contrast between, you know, the beautiful colors on the eye and that really darker eyeliner. As always, I'm using Kiss lashes. The ones for today that I thought would look best with this look are in the style Daisy. So you just pop those babies on with a tweezer. I use Duo Lash Adhesive Glue in dark. I recently went to visit my family over the past weekend. My sisters and I all did makeovers on each other, and we were all kind of like exchanging tips with each other. And one of my sisters does this really cool thing that I am going to definitely start doing now, because in the winter, you know, my skin gets so dry, and I feel like even a moisturizer isn't enough sometimes. So I used a moisturizer first, and then I went in with a Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream from Bare Minerals, just to add even more hydration to my face. It's a natural 05. Then I went in with my foundation, and that I'm using is Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation in the shade 2.2. Now that we have the most fullest coverage foundation ever and a lot of hydration, we are prepared to do the concealer. And I decided to do Ofra Cosmetics Dermatones Color Wheel. I used that yellowy toned shade first to hide any shadows and dark under eye circles. And then I went in with my beloved, this is seriously going to be in my next favorites video, IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye in neutral medium. This concealer is great for brightening up any area It seriously just brings so much light to the face, but I do find it's very heavy. So what I like to do is take a tissue and just kind of blot it out so that way there's not too much product under the eye, and then blend out whatever else I need to with our foundation brush. To set the concealer, I used IT Cosmetics CC Plus Your Skin But Better Airbrush Perfecting Powder in Light. Since we used a lot of different cream and liquid products on the face, I felt like it really needed to be set, so I used the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil and a huge powder brush to just dust it all over. Kat Von D Shade and Light palette using the medium or the middle tone bronzer shade and my Benefit Hoola bronzer brush to contour out my cheekbones, a little bit on the tip of the nose. I used the more taupe shade as a shadow contour along the jawline, and then I went back into that medium shade again to bronze up the forehead area, the outer corners of my forehead. Back to the taupe shade, putting that along the tip of my nose to make it seem or appear more thin. I have been really liking this technique lately where I actually apply the lines onto my nose first and then use a highlighter before I blend everything out. I used Laura Geller highlighter in Ballerina today because it's more of a cooler toned pink, so I thought that would match well with all the shadows that we used. After applying this to the high points of the face, go ahead and take that bigger fluffy blending brush that had, the Mineral Veil powder on it and blend out the nose contour. Going back to the Smashbox palette, we're going to finish the under eye area by first applying that terracotta brown for some warmth and then the dark brown in the very outer corners. I do really like eyeliner along the waterline when I'm doing really dramatic, colorful looks like this. So I applied the Ofra eyeliner. I think it was in Chestnut. Let me double check because I brought it over here. Yeah, it's in Chestnut. Mascara, IT Cosmetics Hello Lashes on both top and bottom. For this lip look, you guys, I've never gotten so many questions about what I used on my lips. When I posted the picture of this look on my Instagram, you guys are like, what did you use? So here's the secret. I used a black eyeliner as a lip liner first to fill in completely the top and bottom lip. I kept all of the footage in here so that you guys could see exactly how I lined my lips, because a lot of you think that I actually got them done and I did not, as you can tell from the beginning footage in this video. All I do is just fill in my bottom lip the way it's supposed to be filled in, and then the top lip I just slightly overline it at the very top, where the 2 points are on my lip, and it just instantly makes them look more plump. Then I used this. It's brand new from Makeup Geek. It is the Plush Matte Liquid Lipstick in Boss Lady. And I loved how it just gave a nice purpley tone to the lips, but it still kept it very dark because of that black base that we had laid down first. And lastly, I added just a little bit more darker brown eyeshadow to the outer corners of the lower lash line and blended it out with my fingertip. Okay, so moving on to the hair part, I am splitting my hair basically in half and taking a tiny little piece of hair from that bottom section, wrapping a black elastic around it, and clipping in one hair extension. The reason I'm doing this is because I am going to be making a bun after braiding the two sides of my hair, and I just do not have enough hair, nor is it long enough or thick enough to be able to create a bun in the back after braiding both sides, so I made sure to clip in that hair extension before we did anything. For this, I just did a Dutch braid, so that's where your hair is not going inward so that you can't see it like a French braid. It's coming outward so you can actually see each plait of the braid. Once you get about to where your ear is and you don't have any more hair left to grab, you don't want to grab any of the extension hair if you're doing this technique like me. You just want to go ahead and finish the braid and then tie it with an elastic. I'm going to show you guys me doing the other side of my hair. I do want to mention it is so much easier if you have really silky, fine, thin hair to braid it if you hairspray it first and just run your fingers through it. It just gives it more of a kind of tacky texture, which is a lot easier to work with, so that way your hair is not falling out as you're trying to braid. So I just started at the very top of my head, and I split my hair into 3 sections and just kept bringing each end under. But before I brought each end or each side under the middle, I picked up more hair. So you can see I'm just adding more hair, bringing one side under the middle, adding more hair to the other side, bringing it under the middle, and just kept repeating this over and over again. I personally like to make my braid pretty tight in the beginning just so that my hair is all nice and secure in it, and then I loosen it later on when I'm finished with the braids. To do this, I find it easiest to start at the bottom and work your way up to the top, just kind of massaging the braid out lightly with your fingertips. The trick is you don't want to tug and pull at it too much, because especially if you have like shorter hair like me, some of those hairs might actually come completely out of the braid, and that sucks having to pin that back in. So just be very, very careful. I have this bun maker here, which is in the most absurd color. I should have probably gotten one in a darker brown so it would actually match my hair better. But you just want to put the extensions through and then mold it around the yellow bun. Put a small elastic on so that it stays put. Pin the braids back over top, the very ends of the braids, and then whatever hairs that are coming out, you just want to twist it around the bun and pin them in place as well. And then you can do whatever adjusting you need to make sure that the bun maker is not showing. In order to do this, if you don't have like a friend that can help you out, you can just use a mirror to look in another mirror so that way you can actually see the back of your head. But yeah, once you have everything in place, that is it for the hairstyle. Go ahead and give everything one last really good spray so that it doesn't move or come out of place during the day. So this part's optional here, but I do really like to have face framing pieces in the front. I just brought some of my bangs down out of the braid very carefully, and then I curled them slightly. You just want to hold it on a curling wand for like 8 to 10, maybe less than that, like 4 to 8 seconds. And you are done. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how you liked this tutorial down in the comments below, and if you are going to try it out this winter. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel by clicking that button down below. And if you want notifications on when I upload new videos, you want to click on that little bell, because I know some of you have been saying that you haven't been seeing when I'm uploading new videos, like it's not popping up on your home screen. So that's all you got to do is just click on that little bell. Please leave a like, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!